Most people think starting an Amazon FBA business is complicated, but it doesn't have to be. We have built a 7-figure Amazon FBA business and helped hundreds of people successfully launch their products on Amazon. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact process we use to find highly profitable products step by step. You'll learn how to find a winning product without guessing, how to validate it with real data and not just using gut feeling, and how to avoid the biggest beginner mistakes that cost time and money. So stick around until the end because I'm giving you a copy of our very own product research funnel to use in your business. So let's get into it. The very first step of Amazon is always product research, and that is something very critical that you need to follow step by step. So what I'm showing you right now on this screen is our proven model called the product research funnel 2.0 now. And as you can see, this has really stringent criteria for every single product to clear. I think a total of at least 23 different criteria until it reaches to the end of the funnel where it tells you whether this product is a pass or fail, right? If you want to succeed at Amazon, especially today onwards, you need this level of details, right? Don't launch products based on emotions or feelings, right? Always look at the data, look at what the numbers are telling you, then you make a decision moving forward. Okay, so let's just take you through one very good example like this, right? A ramen bowl set. I already done this research a few months ago, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to give you a glimpse of how product research is supposed to be done. And by the way guys, when we use this funnel, when products pass this funnel and when we launch on Amazon, to date, we have close to 90% success rate. When I say success rate, it means when you buy it for first inventory with your supplier, it will sell out within the first 3 months. After that, you can subsequently restock this product again and again, and you are going to conquer within the top 5 to top 10 selling velocities of that market. Okay, so let's get deeper into some of the criteria here as a snapshot. Like example, right, we start off with the demand factor. We want to make sure that it meets a certain criteria for a good product. And one of them is we want to make sure that it is within small and large standard size, just to make sure that the affordability is within a very good range for most sellers. Okay, we do not want to start off with an oversized product or a bulky product just because shipping and manufacturing will push up your capital requirement so high. Right, the next one as well is the retail price between $25 to $100. This is really the Goldilocks zone, right, for most new sellers. So as we begin to do the demand factor, we have many ways to find products, but basically what we want to do is in column A, our row is just to fill in product ideas. That's literally what I did here, right? That's all the different product ideas, and then moving on to the next stage. So my goal is to push this product from column A all the way down, and let's see what kind of results does it give us. So the next column is column B, right, which is first party check or Amazon check / brand dominance check. So the reason why we have this is we want to check that, or we want to ensure that we are not competing with Amazon directly, because just based on this article here, alright, this article is written quite some time ago, but it's still relevant for today because that's exactly how Amazon is competing with us, right? Amazon as a first party seller, they also sell products on their own platform, and we as third party sellers, we are actually competing for the retail or virtual shelf space on the Amazon search results. And based on this article here, what they found is that this is the page here, the placement of Amazon brands versus unaffiliated products. This is us, right? We are the third party sellers. So what they found is that most of the time Amazon related brands or products, first party sellers, they appear here, row 1, position 1, quite frequently, right, compared to the other unaffiliated products of this 3,000 plus sample size. Right, so just take note that if Amazon is selling a certain product, very likely you are going to fight with them and they will take on the first organic position. Alright, so it's going to be really, really tough to fight. Your CPC will go up, your cost per click, and your advertising budget will all go up, and it's going to make it very hard for you as a third party seller to excel. That's why we do a check here first, right? So if we check that there is no Amazon brand or no existing brand that is really big that is competing with you, sure, go ahead, you pass this very first criteria. Alright, so in the sense of the ramen bowl set, there is Amazon is not selling this product. There's also no one big dominant brand selling it, so it passes the first criteria already. Immediately makes your life so much easier. Alright, so the next criteria, I'm just going to go through maybe a few more, right, before we move on to the next step, because Amazon is really a very, really deep entire business model. Okay, we also do the design oriented check, just because this is just my personal preference, right, and I do not like to launch design-oriented product just because there's a lot of window shopping behavior. So take a look at one of these products like women's dress, right? Nothing wrong with selling women's dress. It's just that from a customer point of view, if I were to search for this keyword, most of the time there will be a lot of window shopping behavior. Don't you think so? Like usually customers will want to look for the design that they like, the kind of cut or the kind of dresses that will fit their style, right? So because of this, what we realize is a design-oriented product like this, right, usually have a higher tendency of advertising spend, right? People are clicking everywhere on Amazon. Only Amazon is earning, but the sellers usually they don't earn as much, right? Just because of higher PPC spending and lower conversion rate. So that's why usually I look at the market like this, a ramen bowl set, right, to see if there is any hint of design orientedness. So right here, we can see that most of the ramen bowls are black, like this, the Japanese style basically, right? So you can see that the design orientedness is not as varied compared to a woman's dress category, right? Just because of this, I will put this as a not that much basically. So this is a design-oriented product, not too much design-oriented. Alright, so what's the inverse of design-orientedness? It is utility-oriented. So people actually buy ramen bowl set for the utility. Does it have a lid? Do you provide the accessories? How long do we keep my noodles warm, etc. Right? So these are things that you can reasonably compete on a lot quicker. Yeah, so this is just a very simple check in the funnel. Right? As you can see, we really push through this entire product all the way through to the end of the funnel to tell you whether this product is a pass or fail. Right, so stay to the end. I'm going to leave the link or the QR code on the video so that you can access this Excel sheet that we have created from scratch to help you launch products better. Alright, just following this model, you will find a good product based on numbers and data, and that's our goal here, leaving the emotions out of the equation. Alright, so let's assume that this is the product that we want to source, right? We have found this through product research and now we want to launch this on Amazon. So next stage obviously is finding the right manufacturer or supplier to work with. And the two very good websites that I can immediately show is Alibaba or 1688, right? Literally the Alibaba of China itself. Okay, so I will use Alibaba as example first and then later on I'll use 1688 just to show an example. So a quick search will be the ramen bowl set and you can see various listings selling at a certain pricing, right? So let's open up a few of potential that we can possibly take a reference from, like even this is great. Okay, maybe one more, right? So I'm looking more towards the black kind of design here because that's the Japanese style ramen bowl. Perhaps this, right? Just a very simple ramen bowl made of melamine. Okay, cool. So over here you can see one of the suppliers listing. This is what they are selling, a ramen bowl, literally with it seems like it comes with this ladle and a chopstick with the chopstick grooves on the side, which is great differentiation here. Okay, so all you got to do is contact this supplier or even just add this supplier's information to your Excel sheet and I would track them down, right? My recommendation here is to find for at least 20 to 30 different suppliers to get the quote from, to make sure that you compare apple to apple, the same types of products, and what is the MOQ, what is the price that they are willing to sell it to you, how much is it for the samples, right? These are the few questions that you want to ask your supplier very initially, right? And in terms of judging for your supplier, right, maybe this guy is very willing to sell it to you versus this guy probably took 1 week to reply to you, right? So maybe it may not be the best supplier to work with. So take a look at all of these different criteria to choose your supplier to work with. Remember guys, suppliers or manufacturers are like your business partner. You must make sure that you are okay to work with them and they are okay to work with you as well. Alright, so find that right fit for your manufacturing. Alright, so there's Alibaba. Now for 1688, alright, unfortunately you cannot search it in English. I wouldn't recommend that. So I will always put English to Chinese translation and then we put ramen bowl set. Okay, so this is the Chinese word, literally just copy it on 1688 and let 1688 tell you roughly the price as well, right? So take a look, the pricing right here is very affordable because this is literally the price that the locals are getting in China, right? So this is the local price And you may want to also compare it together with Alibaba's price, because the local price is unbeatable, and usually this will reflect the true cost of that product. Probably some of these suppliers here, right, may flip from 168 on Alibaba. So this is also another good tip to get a better reflection of the pricing market in this particular niche. Alright, so let's go on to the next step here. Alright, and step 3 obviously is going to be for launch. So let's go through a few items that we have to look through before we launch the product on Amazon. So first up, let's look at the retail readiness of your listing. So I'm going to take this as an example. Alright, so retail readiness comprise of a few elements on Amazon, right? The purpose of launch is for you to get organic ranking fast. You want to get fast organic rank to make sure that you reach break-even point and then profitability. Alright, so I just want to address one big myth here, right? Most of the time, you will not be profitable at launch because you're investing heavily on Amazon PPC and organic ranking. So that is an investment phase for you. But after you have done this properly, you can finally cruise once you get your organic rank and your reviews in. So the goal of launch is for you to get organic rank fast. And how do you do that? Break it down into 4 different parts. The first part, get as high click-through rate as possible, as high conversion rate, targeting the right kind of keywords, and making as much revenue as possible. These are the 4 metrics that Amazon look at to determine where you rank on their search results. What determines your click-through rate? The click-through rate is right here. Everything that shows up on the search results, your main image, your variation types, your title, even your reviews, your social credentials here, how many plus bought in the past month, your pricing, is there a coupon, are you Prime, are you FBA, basically. Alright, so these are all the different factors that affect click-through rate. So you have to optimize it as best as possible to get as much clicks as possible in the early days of launch. Alright, so you can control your main image, you can control your title, you can control your pricing. Alright, so these are the 3 levers that you can pull to affect click-through rate. Now the next thing to affect, basically to adjust, is your conversion rate. So once customers click on your listing, what's next? Your role is to encourage them to either to add to cart or click on buy now. These are the 2 actions that you want them to do. And how do you do that? We measure this based on this matrix called conversion rate. Right? Conversion rate of 1% just means out of 100 people who visited the listing, 1 people managed to buy the product. Right? So you want as many people who visit your listing to buy your product, obviously. Okay? So how do you measure conversion rate, or how do you increase conversion rate? It is through your images, it is through the title, the kind of keywords that you have used. Is this readable? Is this exactly what the customers are looking for when they look for a ramen bowl set? Is that a complete set, for example? Or what kind of words do you use in your bullet points? And of course, your product description, or what we call A+ content for those of you who have brand registry. Alright, so all this very important. Images are really your salesman. So treat your listing as a 24-hour salesman that works very hard for you consistently. And I would invest quite a bit in actual photography and good copywriting, right? Like unbreakable bowls, use it happily ever after, right? This is probably a pretty decent copywriting that you have to think what literally customers want to look out for before they buy. Alright, so this is the launching part of things, right? So launch, we have so many different portions. One part is just retail readiness. The second part is doing your keyword research. Are you targeting the right kind of keywords in your title, the right kind of keywords in your bullet points? And lastly, are you targeting the right kind of keywords in your Amazon advertising? Like, is ramen bowl set even the best keyword? Could it be a Japanese bowl set, right? Perhaps that's more customers are going to search that and buy your product. So do your research on keywords, right? So you want me to make another video just to go through keyword research? Leave a comment down below, right? We will be very happy to show you exactly how we do our keyword research as well. Other than that, once you have launched, your goal is to make sure that your advertising brings in customers, get in sales, and then track your organic rank over time with the tool that we always use, which is Helium 10. So this is Helium 10. Sorry bro. Look at this, right? Helium 10. Getting keywords from your ASIN and really to find out exactly what keywords are you ranked for or are you indexed for already. So this will help you to find out how well your launch is going compared to your competitors. So I'm just searching the top competitor right here. And right now you can see, right, they are ranked, or should I say indexed, for at least 2,200 keywords for this very simple bowl set. And because of this, they are getting a lot of sales. So for you, maybe on day 1, you will not be getting 200. Maybe have you already gotten at least 80 keywords in the organic section. And over time, it will increase as you begin to sell more, you get more click-through rate and conversion rate from Amazon. Amazon will reward you on this number here, the number of keywords, right? So these are all the keywords that you have to target because these are considered highly relevant keywords that work for your competitor. It should also work for you, alright? Because Amazon rewards organic ranking by sales, click-through rate, and conversion rate. If it works for them, it should also be something that works for you. Alright, so this is just a bonus for you to see, right? To see where you stand compared to your top competitor. So run a Cerebro between yourself and a competitor. Alright, and if to use this tool on Cerebro, Helium 10, you're going to need a Helium 10 account. Alright, so just click on the link down below. We leave a beautiful, amazing promo code just for you. If you're based in Asia, we have promo code. Instead of paying $100 a month, you're going to only pay $32.50 a month. Alright, for the rest of the world, unfortunately, yeah, we don't have that such promo code for you, but we still have a pretty steep discount that's hidden down below in the description. Alright, so do check it out as well. And this is really a very simple 3-step guide that I can show you right now, right? It's literally starting from product research using data-driven approach. Click on the QR code right here to get access to this product research funnel. Right, it's on the screen right now. At the same time, you can also, after the product research, you go over to sourcing with Alibaba or 1688, and after that, prepare for launch on Amazon, making sure that your product is retail ready, maximizing click-through rate, conversion rate, relevancy, basically the types of keywords, and your revenue, and you are well on the way to an amazing perfect launch on Amazon. This is an exact formula that we have used again and again to launch so many products on Amazon today, and we have students, right? The results are all over right now on the screen, right? These are the results that our students have also been getting using this same exact formula. Remember guys, to date, when we launch products, we can be sure that 90% probability that it will sell well on Amazon because we use data, we use numbers to make our decision to move forward, not emotions. Okay, all right, so leave a comment down below if there's anything that you want to ask regarding Amazon FBA. All right, we would love to help you through in this complicated but exciting journey, if you ask me. All right, leave a comment down below. If not, don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. We would love to add so much more value to you. If not guys, keep crushing it.